Hi, Angela here. Thank you so much for joining me. I am here with your weekly guidance. This is a general card read from July 23rd to 29th, letting you know what you can expect over the next 7 days. If you are new here, hi, make sure that you subscribe. I am here every Sunday with your weekly guidance and every weekday with daily messages. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook at Psychic Medium Angela McClellan. All right, let's see what is going on this week. All right, so we are starting out a little bit hot. You know what? I'm not even surprised seeing this like ego card coming in, irritability, coming in because I feel like last week was much of the same. There was a lot of irritability, there was a lot of anxiety, there was a lot of heightened emotions bubbling to the surface to be released. And this may be trickling into the beginning of this week as well. They do pair it with the solitude card, so wanting you to take that time for yourself. Remember, when we are feeling this type of energy, so is everybody else, right? Whether they believe in this or not, whether they acknowledge it or not, it does affect all beings, right? So, taking a little bit of time for yourself, going within yourself, you may also find yourself asking like the big questions, right? Am I happy? What am I doing with my life? Because we are in this transition season where there will be changes to be made coming in for us that is requiring this type of reflection. Now, I do find it just personally my own opinion. I'm just like, isn't this so, I don't know, I guess unexpected to be having like this type of reflection and this type of um reassessment in like the middle of summer. I feel like that is like a January thing. I feel like that is like a even like September thing because we're getting back like into school and we're back into more of our work schedules, regular programming, TV shows, like our routines, right? So I do find this a little bit surprising that it is coming in, the end of July in this midsummer months here for us in Canada. So that might be throwing you off. Right. But take that time, hit the beach, go for a walk, connect with Mother Nature, and ask yourself, okay, what's going on? Do that check in. Is there any part of my life that I am feeling out of balance with? Or I feeling like I need to have a little bit more of connection time, of self time, of socialization, whatever it is. There is this almost assessment check in energy coming in as a result of almost this like cantankerous energy where everything's getting ruffled up. It's almost forcing us to kind of go, okay, let me see where I'm at, and I think that's awesome. I think it's so great to take these times throughout your year and just do a little check in with yourself and being like, okay, what's my happiness meter? What's my joy meter? Is there anything that I'm feeling that is lacking in my experience right now? Because remember, you are who you're looking for. You have the ability at any point in any time to shift gears, to make changes, to set boundaries, to create whatever it is that you're lacking. All right. We do have the sacral card coming in next. And so this is also interesting because this feels very physical for me. So you may be actually finding your lower abdomen a little bit out of whack, whether that is irritable bowels, whether that is cramping, if what we're eating isn't sitting well with us, you can, there's kind of like that feeling. It's also a very heavy guilt feeling coming in as well. So if you're not having a physical flu-like symptom, then this could be interpreted for you as guilt. Are we feeling guilty for making these choices, needing what we need, and so it's interesting on how they want you to kind of look into that as well, because they are showing you that this is positive movement forward. And this can be a known change that you have to make that you're feeling unsure about. Maybe what you have discovered within yourself is that you need to change your workplace and you love them, and you don't want to disappoint them or leave them high and dry, but you will be needing to move forward, and that would invoke guilt and or within relationships, within families, etc. There is this feeling of releasing the guilt. There's also this feeling of this sense of what's the word I'm looking for? I wanna say, like, mass consciousness, but it really just feels like this, the energy that we are in is magnifying these types of emotions, and why this happens is so that we don't brush it off and procrastinate on it. It's like forcing us to lean into it, forcing us to deal with it. So, if you want to alleviate this guilt, I recommend that you deep dive into the guilt. Why am I feeling this way? Where is this coming? Why do I feel like I cannot honor my life dreams or my life goals, or, and just kind of do a little bit of soul search and connect it to there so that you're able to release and move forward, because it came out with the positive movement forward card, and it's an 8 card, which validates that you are exactly where you need to be and that these changes coming in are exactly what need to come in. Now, there is the need for patience as well. And I think, again, not great with this week's energy, because this energy, we're just like trying to scurry through it. I wonder if there's full moon this week. It almost feels like that. I didn't check before I did this, but you know, check yourself. Google. I think though, no, I think it's probably going to be August before. I think we already had our full moon. I can't listen. My head is mush. I have kids home on summer break. But yeah, so the waiting game, we need to have patience. There is this feeling of wanting to skedaddle and try to move forward too quickly, but there is this feeling of like, no, we're going to lean in it. We're going to trust that everything's coming in perfect divine timing, because there's the destiny card that is validating that, and that this is a learning lesson for you, right? And sometimes we need to be able to honor ourselves, to advocate for ourselves, and lean in and have the discomfort of it, and not have it fueled by adrenaline or dopamine hits, right? Because then we're just riding the energy, and then we just want the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing. So this is definitely coming in. It does feel like it's all in alignment with yourself, with your soul's true desire. I really don't feel any hiccups coming in with it. It does feel like, yes, plans are going to be working out perfectly, but it's not coming in as quickly as you want, because there's the other patience card. So that is the lesson here, right? Trusting that what is yours is already yours. And sometimes when we finally force ourselves to look at it and we finally decide, well, then we want it like yesterday. You know what I mean? But we do need to have a little bit of patience, because it does feel like it is coming to you. But there's the reward card validating that it is indeed coming to you in perfect divine timing. What else can I advise this week? I would say be ground yourself before going into social experiences. I feel like there may be a lot of energy kind of unhinged this week. Definitely high potential of conflict, road rage, people speaking at a term, spiciness, that type of thing. But I think that it, for a whole, that solitude card is looking pretty dang good. Take some time to yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Take yourself out on a walk. Go and explore. I think that would be the best advice, is take this energy and funnel it into yourself. Try to have a little bit of patience as you're moving forward. Sit into the discomfort. We always want to lead in discomfort. They're saying journal, write it down, write it down. And it just makes me feel like, they made me feel like, oh, when you see it on paper, it's going to hit differently. It's going to bring in more epiphanies or guidance. So that's going to be a really great time. And then again, if you can take your journal outside, it's always, a really beautiful, deep experience. So I'm going to leave that with you. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for your daily messages.